Before he was the scourge of Wakanda and one of Black Panther's greatest foes, Erik Killmonger was another one of New York's many lost souls. How did his story begin? Well, let's take a trip to the past in Killmonger #1 and find out. Alright then, so this comic wastes absolutely zero time getting started. We see Killmonger at probably his most triumphant after he's beaten Black Panther and plans to throw him off a waterfall. This panel is amazing for a couple reasons. One, you got Juan Ferreira's awesome art, but moreover than that, this scene seamlessly marries two great moments from Killmonger's history, his first comic appearance when he defeats Black Panther, as well as when he defeats Black Panther from the movie. In fact, that's kind of the marching order for this comic in general. Let's try and marry everything that was cool about comic book Killmonger with the much more well-known and much more popular Michael B. Jordan portrayal. And overall, Hill, I think, makes it work in a really compelling way. We see Killmonger not long after graduating from MIT. The guidance counselor asks what exactly it is he wants to do with his life, and while his amazing brain has offered him all sorts of opportunities, whether it be in the private military field, the humanitarian field, or pretty much anything in between, Erik is of one mind, and that is revenge. You see, when Erik was a young boy, his father was killed in an industrial accident. You can't see the massive finger quotes I'm making right now, but I promise I'm making them. Ultimately, the orphan boy was raised by a Wakandan expat at the behest of one Ulysses S. Claw, a man who will go on to become the Claw, another one of Black Panther's greatest foes. It wouldn't be until he was much older that Erik found out the accident that killed his father was no accident at all. It was all orchestrated by Ulysses S. Claw, and because of that, he kills his adoptive father before planning to set his sights on Claw himself. In between that, though, he moved to America, went to school, got an education, and got really obsessed with Moby Dick because, hey, if you couldn't catch it, Claw is quite literally his white whale. Killmonger would get the chance to end Claw once and for all one night in New York during an illegal goods trade, only this time it's not tech that Claw was moving, it was slaves. And he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling Miss Knight. No, not Misty Knight, just another badass woman who happens to be called Knight. As we discover, Knight is part of a bigger crew with a chess theme. They don't have a name, although I personally think I should call them the Board. Knight, along with King and Bishop, work for the Kingpin. In fact, they were only there that night to oversee the deal between Ulysses S. Claw and make sure no one ruined it. Man, the Kingpin sure does love henchmen with theming, doesn't he? Wilson's a busy man and cuts Killmonger loose so King can murder him. Only King is actually kind of impressed by Killmonger's moxie, and because of that sets up a little initiation to see if Erik can hang with him and his team. Killmonger passes with flying colors naturally, and King sweetens the deal by saying, hey, you might not have been able to kill Claw today, but join us, learn the ropes, and hey, you know what? Kingpin's friends don't stay his friends forever, so you'd be in a good opportunity to finally take him out once the time is right. Oh, and FYI, I have superpowers, so you should probably not mess with me. Now, Killmonger never considered himself a joiner, but this is a pretty good opportunity. As such, he decides to commune with the Panther God for guidance. He doesn't exactly get the answers he wants, not explicitly anyway, but when Knight ends up actually crossing on over into his Panther vision, he figures things got pretty interesting and that he might just want to stick around. And I suppose keeping with the chess theming, he'll become Pawn? Too bad Rook is already taken, he's the new guy on the team, Rook, Rookie, would have been punny. So that was Killmonger #1, everybody, and ultimately it was everything I was hoping it would be. One of the conversations I always get into as a YouTube comic commentator is the matter of how much reference should the comic books be taken from the movies. Is there such a thing as too much, or if the comics end up taking too much from the movies, do they end up losing all identity of their own? In the case of Killmonger, who was so damn popular, I think it would be silly if they didn't try and implement some of what made the character so fascinating and connect with so many audiences just a little bit here in the comics. And here, Hill does a pretty good job paying homage to what came before, not really saying it didn't happen, but also kind of jerry-rigging it and fitting it into this new retconned history. Hats off to the art too. I loved Juan Ferreira's work over on Green Arrow, and he's perfectly suited for this material too. Overall, I would give this one a strong 8 out of 10. Good start. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, and I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on when a brand new video drops. And hey, if you really like what I do, you might want to become a patron. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and they can do so for as little as $1 a month. Enjoy video and audio versions of the Comic Multiverse podcast and other videos before they drop here on YouTube. Heck, interact with me closer than ever before. You get all this when you become a patron. And with that, thank you so much again, everyone, and I will see you all again next time.